How to stay active without strain. Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to our channel. My dear seniors living in the old age home, today we will talk about how to stay active without strain. As we grow older, staying active becomes very important. Movement keeps the body healthy, the mind alert, and the heart happy. But at the same time, we must be careful. Overexertion can cause pain, fatigue, or injury. The key is balance, staying active in a safe and gentle way. First, understand this clearly. Being active does not mean doing heavy exercise. It does not mean running, lifting heavy weights, or pushing your body beyond its limits. At this stage of life, activity should support the body, not exhaust it. The goal is simple: move regularly, but gently. One of the safest ways to stay active without strain is walking. Slow and steady walking improves circulation, strengthens the legs, and supports heart health. Even 10 to 20 minutes a day is enough. If long walks feel difficult, break them into shorter sessions. Chair exercises are also excellent. Sitting in a stable chair, you can gently lift your legs, rotate your ankles, stretch your arms, and roll your shoulders. These movements keep joints flexible without putting pressure on them. Stretching is very important. Gentle stretching in the morning reduces stiffness and improves flexibility. Never bounce or force a stretch. Move slowly and breathe deeply. Another helpful activity is light household participation. Folding clothes, arranging books, watering plants, or organizing small items keeps you moving without strain. These small tasks give both physical movement and mental satisfaction. Balance exercises are important too. Holding the back of a chair and gently lifting one foot improves stability. Strong balance reduces the risk of falls. Now, let us talk about listening to your body. This is very important. If you feel sharp pain, dizziness, or unusual fatigue, stop immediately. Mild muscle stretching is normal, but pain is a warning sign. Rest is part of staying active. Activity and rest must work together. After movement, allow your body time to recover. Hydration is also essential. Drink enough water throughout the day. Dehydration can cause weakness and tiredness. Breathing properly during activity prevents strain. Never hold your breath while moving. Inhale gently, exhale slowly. Oxygen supports muscle function. Let me share a small example. There was a senior resident who believed he needed to exercise heavily to stay strong. He pushed himself too much and often felt sore and tired. Later, he changed his routine. He began walking slowly every morning and doing chair stretches. Within weeks, he felt more energetic and less tired. He realized that gentle consistency is more powerful than intensity. Joining group activities can also motivate you. Group walking sessions, light yoga, or stretching classes create social connection while keeping movements safe. It is also helpful to set small activity goals. For example, today I will walk for 10 minutes. Today I will do stretching after breakfast. Small goals prevent overexertion. Music can make activity enjoyable. Playing soft music while stretching creates a relaxed atmosphere. Proper footwear is important. Wear comfortable shoes that support your feet. Avoid slippery surfaces. Sleep also supports physical activity. A well-rested body handles movement better. Remember, staying active is not about proving strength. It is about maintaining independence. When your body moves regularly, daily tasks feel easier. My dear friends, your body has served you faithfully for many decades. Treat it with care and kindness. Move gently. Rest wisely. Stay consistent. Activity should refresh you, not exhaust you. Even small movements done daily can protect your health, improve your mood, and increase your confidence. You do not need to move fast. You only need to keep moving. Simple tips for emotional resilience. Life does not stop bringing challenges just because we grow older. In fact, later years can sometimes bring emotional changes that feel unexpected. Health issues, changes in routine, distance from family, or the loss of loved ones can all affect the heart deeply. But there is something powerful that can help us face these challenges with strength. That something is emotional resilience. Emotional resilience means the ability to recover from sadness, stress, or disappointment. It does not mean you never feel pain. It means you do not stay broken by it. You bend, but you do not break. The first step toward emotional resilience is accepting that difficult emotions are normal. Feeling sad, worried, or frustrated does not mean you are weak. It means you are human. Instead of fighting your feelings, allow yourself to experience them calmly. When sadness comes, say gently to yourself, "This is a difficult moment, but it will pass." Reminding yourself that emotions are temporary gives you strength. The second step is maintaining daily routines. Simple routines create stability. Waking up at the same time, eating regularly, taking walks, and participating in activities provides structure. Structure reduces emotional confusion and builds inner security. Another important tip is staying socially connected. Talking about your feelings with someone you trust reduces emotional weight. Even a short conversation can make you feel supported. If speaking feels difficult, writing your feelings in a notebook also helps. Gratitude is a powerful tool for resilience. Every day, think of 3 small things you are thankful for. It could be sunshine, a kind word, a good meal, or a peaceful moment. Gratitude shifts focus from loss to appreciation. Physical movement strengthens emotional strength. Gentle exercises, stretching, or walking improve mood by releasing natural chemicals that reduce stress. Even 10 minutes of movement can improve emotional balance. Breathing exercises are simple but powerful. Try this. Inhale slowly for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Then exhale for 4 seconds. Repeat several times. Deep breathing calms the nervous system and reduces anxiety. Let me share a small example. There was a senior gentleman who felt overwhelmed after moving into the old age home. He missed his previous routine and familiar surroundings. Instead of isolating himself, he started joining morning tea sessions daily. He also began writing about his feelings in a small diary. Slowly, his sadness reduced. He realized that resilience grows through small actions. Positive self-talk also builds resilience. Notice your inner voice. If you say, "I cannot handle this," replace it with, "I have handled difficult times before." Remember, you have survived many challenges in your lifetime. That history proves your strength. Another helpful step is focusing on what you can control. You may not control every situation, but you can control your response. Choosing calm reactions builds inner power. Engaging in meaningful activities also increases resilience. Reading, gardening, knitting, painting, or helping others gives purpose. Purpose strengthens the heart. Spiritual or reflective practices can provide deep comfort. Prayer, meditation, or quiet reflection helps many seniors feel supported and guided. It is also important to limit negative influences. Constant exposure to bad news or complaints can increase emotional stress. Choose positive conversations and uplifting activities. Rest is equally important. Emotional resilience requires energy. Make sure you sleep properly and allow your body to relax. Forgiveness plays a powerful role in resilience. Holding anger or regret makes the heart heavy. When you forgive others and yourself, you free your emotional energy. Ask for help when needed. Seeking support. One of the simplest creative hobbies is drawing or coloring. You do not need to be a professional artist. Even simple patterns, flowers, or landscapes can bring joy. Coloring books for adults are especially relaxing. They reduce stress and improve focus. Painting is another wonderful option. Using watercolors or acrylic paints allows you to express emotions through color. Some seniors enjoy painting memories from their childhood or beautiful places they once visited. Art becomes a way to tell your story without words. Knitting and crocheting are also excellent hobbies. These activities improve hand coordination and concentration. Creating scarves, blankets, or small decorative items brings a sense of accomplishment. Handmade items can even be gifted to family members, making the hobby even more meaningful. Writing is a powerful creative outlet. You can write short stories, poems, daily reflections, or life memories. Your experiences are valuable. Writing them down preserves your wisdom for future generations. Even keeping a simple journal can improve emotional balance. Gardening is both creative and therapeutic. Planting flowers or herbs, even in small pots, connects you with nature. Watching something grow under your care creates deep satisfaction. Music is another beautiful hobby. Singing old songs, learning simple instruments, or even listening actively to meaningful music stimulates the brain. Music awakens memories and emotions. Craft activities such as paper, art, card making, or simple decoration projects can also be very enjoyable. These activities are often easy to do in groups, encouraging social interaction. Let me share a small example. There was a senior woman who always believed she was not creative. One day, she joined a painting activity in the old age home. At first, she felt unsure, but as she started painting simple flowers, for example, if you say, "Today is very hot," also say, "But I am grateful for the sunlight." Engaging in enjoyable activities improves thoughts naturally. Hobbies like reading, painting, gardening, or walking create happy emotions, and happy emotions encourage positive thinking. Let me share a small example. There was a senior woman who often felt lonely and focused on what she had lost in life. One day, she decided to start writing one positive sentence every morning. At first, it felt difficult, but slowly she began noticing small joys. A bird outside her window, a kind nurse, a pleasant memory. Over time, her outlook changed. Her situation did not change dramatically, but her thinking did. Thinking also grows when we help others. Acts of kindness make us feel useful and valued. When you comfort someone, offer advice, or simply smile, your own heart feels lighter. Physical posture can even influence thoughts. Sitting upright, walking slowly with confidence, and keeping eye contact can improve mood. Avoid spending too much time on negative news or discussions. What you feed your mind shapes your thoughts. Reading inspirational stories or listening to uplifting talks can also strengthen optimism. Another powerful tool is forgiveness. Holding on to anger creates negative thinking. When you forgive even quietly in your heart, you free yourself from emotional burden. It is important to remember that positive thinking is a habit. It requires daily practice. Some days will feel easier than others. That is normal. If a negative thought appears, do not feel guilty. Simply replace it gently with a balanced or hopeful one. Instead of thinking, "Nothing ever changes," think small changes are happening every day. My dear friends, your life experience is filled with lessons, resilience, and strength. You have already overcome many difficulties. That history proves you are stronger than negative thoughts. Choose hope. Choose gratitude. Choose encouragement. Even in small ways, positivity creates peace. Fun memory games for residents. Our memories are like treasure boxes. They hold stories, lessons, laughter, and experiences from many years of life. As we grow older, it is natural for memory to change. Sometimes we forget small details or names. But the good news is that memory can be strengthened through simple and fun activities. Memory games are not only helpful for the brain, they are also enjoyable and social. They create laughter, connection, and mental stimulation. The first simple memory game is the word recall game. One person says 5 simple words, such as apple, chair, river, book, and flower. After a few minutes of conversation, everyone tries to remember those 5 words. This improves short-term memory. Another fun game is Name That Song. Play a few seconds of an old familiar song and let residents guess the title. Music is strongly connected to memory, and this game often brings back beautiful moments from the past. Picture. Memory is also effective. Show a tray with several small objects, for example, a spoon, a key, a pen, a cup, and a coin. Allow everyone to look at it for 1 minute. Then cover the tray and ask them to recall as many objects as possible. Story building is another creative memory activity. One person starts a short story with 1 sentence. The next person adds another sentence. Each participant must remember the previous parts before adding their own. This game strengthens listening and recall skills. Slow Memory Walk is a physical and mental game combined. Place simple pictures or written words around a room. Let residents walk slowly and observe them. Later, ask them to recall what they saw and where it was placed. Crossword puzzles and word searches are classic memory tools. They improve vocabulary and concentration. Large print versions are especially helpful for seniors. Joy. Another enjoyable game is Childhood Memories. Ask simple questions like, what was your favorite childhood food? What games did you play? What was your first